Alright everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I am at none other than Indiana Beach, and it's January, so they're not open. I'm not going to be riding any roller coasters today. However, I am going to be looking at a roller coaster. So I came up here to kind of look around the progress of what used to be Chimera. I now believe it's going to be called American Dreier Looping, and so I want to get a good look at this Schwarzkopf triple loop model and kind of see the construction progress they've got going on here. They've got a lot of it going up already. You can see that they're kind of repainting it as well. Some of the sections are blue. So I'm assuming, this is a guess, but I'm assuming by the time that they're done that they'll have repainted the loops red, or like put a new red color on it, and then all the yellow track will be blue. That's my guess. I don't know that for sure, but it looks like that's what they're working towards right now. So I'm gonna get a little bit walking around of this, and I'm probably gonna switch to my other camera so I can zoom in a lot. But yeah, we're here to check out Chimera, well, American Dreier Looping construction progress today at Indiana Beach. So let's get some close-ups of this. All right, so starting out right here where I just was standing, we can kind of zoom in and get a look at some of the track that still has yet to be installed or maybe refurbished, because I believe I heard they're refurbishing some of the track as well, just because it needs some maintenance, and that's understandable since it's been transported from Mexico. Right there, there's a piece that looks like it's either part of transfer track or like storage track, or maybe it's just station track. Right here looks like part of the ride that they just haven't gotten to installing yet. One of the turns of the ride. It's really cool to see this up close. You can see how big the track is and just get an idea of how big this ride actually is. And you know what, I knew it was going to be a big ride, but I was very impressed when I came here and saw how big it actually is in person. It is quite the sight. I mean, I was very impressed by what it looked like when I showed up. Over here, got some more track laying down, ready to be installed. And then I'm gonna go around and get some different angles so we can see like parts of where this track is disconnected, up here, up there, and then just get like an overall look at some of the paint job that's been happening. So, and the loops as well. We can see the loops pretty well from right here, but there's better angles of it. So let me go over to a different angle. All right, so here we are kind of more on the front side of it. I can't go too close because I don't want to get in the construction zone or where they wouldn't really want me to be. So I'm just kind of zooming in from here where you can see some of the blue, the new paint job. It looks really nice. So I'm hoping that they change all the yellow to blue. I think that would be a really good change for it. And you can see where the red probably needs some repainting as well. I'm sure by opening day of this ride, they will have it looking really nice. And a lot of this has gone up really fast because over the summer and all through 2021, there wasn't a huge amount of progress, but that's okay because it looks like they're definitely going to have it ready this year in 2022. And man, if you just like look at that, like there's a connection for where the track goes on. But if you just look at how these angles and turns work, this is going to be one intense ride. I know a lot of people who rode it while it was in Mexico said how intense it was, but like look at that blue track right there with that airtime moment. That's gonna be crazy. I am very excited to ride this. I'm even more excited that this is in my home state, to be honest. This looks like it's gonna be an absolutely intense ride once they get it completed and ready to go. I don't see any trains on site right now. That's not surprising to me. I don't think they'll bring out the trains or kind of do anything with that until the track progress is complete. But a lot of the track progress is going pretty well. You can see the lift hill here, the curved drive tire lift hill is, I think, all the way put in, at least almost to the top. You can see it stops right there. And this is the highest support, so they might have one more piece of lift hill track to put in, but that'll be, I think, the highest point of the ride. So you can kind of see how massive this is, especially if you look at Steel Hog in the background back there, not too far away from it. And it's definitely gonna be taller than Steel Hog. So I'm I know, I just didn't realize how big this was going to be, but yeah, you can get a really good like look at the construction from this angle over here. Yeah. And they also, if you guys didn't know already, they're also installing another roller coaster this year. Now, you can't actually see it from here. I've tried to look with the camera, but it should be right around through there. Like I said, you can't really see it with the camera, but I've been to Indiana Beach and are familiar with where the slide complex is. It's going to be inside there where they used to have a Pinvari Zyklon, and they actually bought a new one, so they're going to be replacing it with a ride that used to be there, which I think is really cool and a great improvement since Apex sold the park and it was bought by Gene Staples. I think that's really cool to see that coaster come back. But like I said, this is more focused on Chimera or American Dreier Looping construction, because it's really easy to see and it's still under construction. From what I've heard, the Zyklon is already done with construction, and I believe they filmed a POV on it even. So it's mainly focused on this coaster because this is going to be one unique and intense machine. I'm going to go to the other side and see what I can see from back there. Alright, so here's another angle from the side and kind of the back, and I'm going to keep walking towards the back. But I kind of came at a really good time of day because the sun is right on it and I'm getting really good lighting. But something I want to look at is right here. I'm essentially parallel with the brake run, and you can see that another blue piece of track that has pretty crazy lateral looking airtime moment right there, and I believe that's the final brake run right there. And I think that's really cool to see for sure. You can see some of this track is waiting to get more put onto it. Not quite complete yet, but the second lift hill as well is kind of going up right there, and you'll see where that's going, or you can see where that's going to be. If I keep walking back here, you can just get a better view of like the loops and everything, and then there's some more track back here. I found some more track back here additionally that looks like it's part of either the lift hill or brake run, or a combination of the two. If you see that one back there with the red rail on top of it, I think that's part of the lift hill. And then these two are part of the brake run. It looks like they've got some workers here. I don't know if they're working on Chimera or not, but it looks like they're working on it right now or about to start. So yeah, that's cool to see right there. I think that's part of the brake run as well as part of the lift hill behind it, perpendicular to it. And right there looks like part of the brake run as well. And then you can see supports on the ground. They're making good progress on this, and I'm excited to see what it looks like when it's done for sure. Yeah, so right here, back with some of the track that's going to be put on, if my camera will focus, you can see I think that would be the crest of that very first lift hill, the very top part of the track, or at least near the top, because it seems like it's starting to curve down into a drop there. So I believe that's what that is. I think that seems like it would be another part of the lift hill, maybe the second lift hill, or maybe the first one, I'm not sure. But it looks like it has those drive tires on it. It's a piece of straight track, so it would make sense to go on the lift hill. Yeah, you can see the back here. They've got a lot of blue paint on these parts. And I think it's going to look really good with a red, white, and blue paint, with the white supports, the blue and red track. Or I think it's more red supports than anything, like the looping. But I think with all blue track, red, white, and blue, it's going to look very nice, especially with the name American Dreier Looping. I slightly prefer the name Chimera, but I understand the name change, and it's not a bad name at all. I do think it's a very cool name, especially if it's going to be a red, white, and blue coaster. But that's about most of what I can see right now of this ride, and a construction update for Indiana Beach's one of two new for 22 roller coasters. I believe it's going to open this year. It seems like it's on track to. So I'm very excited to ride this ride, and I will definitely be back here to make a video once it's open and operating for the public. I will be back to make a video and get on this ride and give my full reaction. Not sure if I will be back or not before the construction is complete for another update, but I think this is a pretty pretty extensive update, just because like you can see a lot of the progress. You can see where they're at with the paint job and adding onto the track. There's another piece right there, waiting for another piece. I think it's really cool how they have those supports where you can just like put them on, and it's a pretty portable roller coaster. And yeah, so I think that's about it here from Indiana Beach today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this construction update and get an idea for what the brand new coaster here is going to look like. And yeah, so leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.